Have y'all seen the movie The Blues Brothers recently? My two young boys are obsessed with the Blues Brothers, and so am I. I completely forgot that the opening of this film is on the outskirts of Chicago, showing the extreme pollution in this industrial area. Now, the Blues Brothers came out in 1980, and this area looks very different now. And I can guarantee that the amount of pollution that you would see during the daytime looks very different than this today. When now I did not grow up in the outskirts of Chicago. I grew up in Los Angeles, but the pollution there was so bad that it was actually part of the weather report every morning. I remember being in the car waiting in traffic with my mom, and she would put on the radio, and as part of the weather report, they would also have smog included in it. There was literally like a smog report, and smog is smoke and fog, but really it's car exhaust. It is the pollution from factories and cars. And it used to be so bad that this is what the skies looked like all the time. This kind of air pollution, which used to be the norm in most major cities, along with many other disgusting things like rivers catching on fire because of waste runoff, again, that used to be the norm, but it kind of is the victim of its own success. It's blown my mind that when Trump said things like he's going to eliminate the EPA intrusion in your lives and take away all regulations, that people applauded that.
We are going to end the EPA intrusion into your lives.
Taking away regulations was coming back to this, right? I know that there has been this narrative of like, well, bringing back manufacturing means more jobs, but no, that's not what it meant. I've talked ad nauseum about that because most factory jobs are now robotic, and factory jobs are also very poorly paying compared to what they were back then, right? I digress though. It is just crazy to me that this is now something that the Trump administration is hastening us going towards, right? We are very quickly reapproaching this. Now, mind you, it's never going to get this bad. There's been so many advances in the fuel that we use, going over towards renewables, all of which save us money, by the way. Trump only cares about the fossil fuel industry because they gave him a crap ton of money during his campaign, and he's following through on those promises by repealing many, many regulations at the EPA, which protected us from this, right? From these sorts of things. All of those rules, by the way, were put in by Republicans, like emission standards and stuff. The Clean Air Act, that was passed under George Bush Sr. It's just crazy to me. I don't like to focus on all the things that Trump is destroying. I really want to remind people of what the things we need to build back once all of this nonsense is over. I really want to focus more on that. So remember, if you don't want your air to look like this every single day, or your environments like to look like this, and you don't want your local river to catch on fire, then we need to put those regulations back in and make them better than before the Trump administration took them away.